Tyler Barnhart, 23 years old, foreman, getting it done. If you want to know what makes a company like Groundworks successful, you can't just look at their executive committee or their quarterly earnings. You got to look at the people who actually do the work. You know, the ones with dirt under their nails and coffee stains on their t-shirts. Guys like Micah, they're the ones who will tell you and show you everything you need to know.
How tall are you?
6'5".
Is it imperative that you stand on the uphill grade when we do this?
I'll stand down here for you. I'll let you get in front of the camera.
Just a shred of dignity.
There you go. Here, I'll crouch a little bit too.
How long have you been doing this, Mike?
I've been here for 3 years.
What were you doing before this?
This was actually my first full-time job. I started in the field and just worked my way up.
Did you go to school?
I didn't go to college. Straight out of high school, moved down to Florida from Indiana, and this is the first job I found. And they welcomed me in with open arms, and it's been a great blessing for me and my wife now.
How does the opportunity unfold? Like somebody hands you a shovel, and like, check back and see, how you're doing, or what's the path?
I moved down to Florida when I was 20 years old, and I was just scrolling through looking for a job, and I saw Groundworks, and they were paying way more money than I ever expected to make. So I just scrolled right past it and didn't even apply. And
you were suspicious.
I was like, there's no way I'm gonna get hired for that. And then, just kept scrolling, applying for other jobs, and it was like, you know what? What's the worst they can say is no. So I went back up, I applied. They only wanted 1 year of construction experience, which I had just growing up working with my grandpa. They called me back same day. I got an interview for the next day, and they hired me the same day. So
I love it, man.
Yeah.
There's so many great stories. I want to hear them all, but I know there's work to be done, so
Yes,
we should probably do that. Final on boots. Do they exist or no? Do I care?
Here's a dirty little secret. On dirty jobs, I never brought my own gear. It's true, the production crew traveled with a clothing bag that had all my crap stuffed into it. We don't have a production crew today, so somebody from Groundworks is running around Baltimore right now looking for a pair of steel-toed size 11s. Sorry. In the meantime, let's say hello to the big cheese, Matt Malone.
Checking on the boots. En route?
I just talked to the boys you met up front.
Yeah.
They can't believe it. Because they didn't know anything. And they said, this guy's coming walking down the street. And then we, of course, they recognized you from the kickoff.
Right.
And they said, oh, that's a fucking micro. Excuse me. And they're like, you believe this shit?
Let me tell you the whole story real quick.
Yeah, please.
As long as you're sitting. So this guy invites me to come and speak at an event in Virginia Beach. I don't know much about it, right? But I look at your company and I realize what you're doing. That was the event where you announced that the main workers in the company were essentially going to become owners.
Yes, sir. This first time in home services history that every single employee is an owner of a company this large. We're only 8 years old.
Yeah.
And we announced that last year with you. We think it's a transformational event for us as a business and frankly for skilled trade, blue collar men and women. It's how it should be done.
Well, that's why I'm here. I liked everything I saw in Virginia Beach nearly a year and a half ago. And I said, look, you've got a story to tell. And if you're willing to tell it as honestly as you told it from the stage that day, call me. Because 20 years dirty jobs, right? I haven't found anybody who's truly willing to show the truth of the work the way we did on that show until you guys.
Transparency is the only way to build a business with your employees, with your customers. It's the only way we've done. Now, we're a little baby company. We're young, and so we don't know any other way.
All right. Well, let's make some TV.
Let's do it. Thank you, sir. I'll stay out of the way again.
Stay out of the way,
Yes,
man.
sir. Look at this young man right here.
I know. Right. Look at this. You're beautiful.
My wife thinks so.
How long you been married?
4 years.
And how long you been with Groundworks?
I've been with Groundworks since 2018.
Well, so you've been at Groundworks longer than you've been married.
Yes, sir.
Well, congratulations on both of those. What exactly would your business card say if you had one?
Production manager.
Okay. And what would it have said on day one when you began?
Install. Actually, day one?
Yeah.
I was a promoter going to home shows and signing people up. Then to the production side, I became an installer, co-foreman, foreman, field superintendent, production manager.
So it's really a ladder.
Yes, sir.
Like with real rungs.
Yep. It's a ladder, a game plan set for you to succeed.
Personal question.
Sure.
What kind of living are you making these days?
A lot better. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I make a pretty comfortable living doing what I do. I love it too, so it kind of works out.
Kids?
2.
2 kids.
Yes, sir.
Married 4 years.
Yes, sir.
Dressed up in the latest spring fashion.
Straight from Milan.
From Milan to the foundation of this house. I will see you shortly.
Yes, sir.
Under the floorboards.
Oh yeah, we'll get to it.
All right.
We'll get to it.
It's
I'm
gonna be
saving some
great.
stuff for you.
Say me the good stuff.
Only the best.
Only the best.
Moments later, Micah appears with a pair of Red Wings. I lace him up, and then the actual work begins. My goals today are twofold. Try not to get in the way, and learn how and why the guys at Groundworks do what they do.
The way I started is I got hired on as a installer, and I moved my way up, and just under a year I became a foreman. So I went through the whole
Wait a minute,
process.
installer for 10 months, 11 months,
Yeah, about 9.
and then you jumped to foreman?
I did. I have a guy on my crew, his name's Abel. He's the best guy I've ever met, and he's been here 13 years, so he's actually my co. He didn't want the spot, and I've been working with him for about 9 months, and he said, hey, this guy works good, and I believe in him. And I had some other people at our office actually believe in me and take the chance on me, and it's got me where I am.
Wait a minute,
today.
you were recommended by Abel.
Abel, yeah. He's been here 13 years, so he's got a lot, in our branch, he's got a lot to say. He's a great guy, he knows everything.
So why doesn't a guy like that want a job like yours?
He likes his role, he loves to be there. He has a little less responsibility, as in a foreman spot. You have a lot of paperwork, you're talking with a lot of customers.
Right.
And it's a little different, so he just likes to be that.
So actually, I was in Ohio originally for college. I was going to nursing school. And so for me, coming to this company, I kind of got a sense of, okay, well, maybe I'm not taking care of a person, but I'm still being able to diagnose a house.
Yeah.
And you know, implement any kind of Band-Aids or any kind of procedures that will need to be done to, you know, remedy the issues going on with the home. So I take a little added, joy in that. I'm still kind of following what was once my dream,
Right.
And turning into something a little bit different.
Well, let
a
me
little
tell
more
you
my
something,
speed.
dude. You are not alone. I'm thinking of a woman, my foundation helped get a welding certification. And now she's having an amazing career. She's like world-class welder, but she wanted to be a plastic surgeon. Right up to the last second, she was ready to sign on the dotted line, right? Borrow, whatever, $350,000. And she just freaked out. She's like, I can't do it. But now she thinks of herself as a surgeon with a torch.
With a torch. Yeah, that's awesome.
Like Matt said, if you want people to trust you with the foundation of their home, you need to be transparent. You need to introduce them to the people who do the actual work. And below deck, there's another Tyler moving another chunk of earth who I've been invited to meet.
I don't have a lot of meaningful conversations while you're jackhammering.
No, normally we'll just listen to some music. Just
What kind of music you listen to?
listen to 80s rock.
Me too. That's weird. You weren't even born in the 80s.
No, I just grew up on it, so just stuck.
When were you born?
I was born in 2001.
I was born in 2001. Good for you. I was not, man. You know what happened in 2001? I shot a pilot for a show called Dirty Jobs
I remember I watched that.
in 2001. And here I am in a basement with you.
It's crazy.
Funny how fast the time goes, man. What's the next rung? Or are you happy at foreman?
I'm happy at foreman for right now. The next one will be a field supervisor. So, and then after that, it'll be a production manager.
Nice.
So I'm happy right now. I'm 23. I feel like I got a few more years left to do this and make some money.
Yeah, you're good. Be honest. How many people sign on for this job only to have it so completely and totally kick their ass they're gone in a week?
I got hired with 5 guys. I'm the only guy left.
Really?
I've had 8 guys quit.
And it's usually just because
It's either too hard, they don't like the hours that we put in, and they're not built for it.
what in the world is going on with work ethic in this country today?
It's going down.
Any theories as to why?
Technology.
But why didn't you quit? Why are you still here?
I like a challenge. I like making the customer happy, make sure they're safe and secure in their house. It's the biggest thing. Make a change in everybody's life.
23.
23.
Dude, you're gonna run the company one day.
That's the goal.
It's impossible for an employer to look at an employee and know at a glance if they've got the kind of work ethic needed for a job like this. But remember, these guys aren't employees. They're owners. They participate in the success of this company. Maybe that's why they care so much about the work they do. And maybe that's why they stick around longer than most.
I got a question. I hope you don't mind. It's kind of personal.
Yeah.
How old are you?
I am 44 years old.
What's a 44-year-old man doing down here doing a, 24-year-old man's job?
Well, one, I was asked. And then second, serving the homeowners like Miss Phyllis.
It pleases you.
Oh, yeah. Especially when we see the severity of what's going on here, right?
Yeah.
And then when she walks down here, she has not been down here since any of this has been put up. So when we bring her down here, she sees it. She's gonna be able to use this space again. She's gonna know her house is safe. She doesn't have to worry about it anymore. And we're gonna give her that lifetime warranty, and they smile.
That's the thing, man. It's just one of those expressions you hear all the time. Peace of mind.
Yeah.
But you can't really you can put a price on it. But until you have it, you don't really know what it's worth.
I sleep pretty well at night.
Yeah.
I'm thinking I'm also going to sleep pretty well tonight. I'm also thinking I'll take a miss on my daily trip to the gym.
You've been doing this a while. Mm-hmm. You must have seen some things. You must have some stories.
Well, I did. We do sometimes hit sanitary lines, and you get some feces that might pop up on you and hit you in the face.
Now you're talking my language. I've been there.
Yeah,
That's happened.
That happens sometimes. Or when we're digging the hole, like down at Phyllis's, that old sump pump was all gray water.
Yeah.
So you're in there digging, and gray water, there's always that one time you drop the shovel. Where does that water end up?
Yeah. Right.
It doesn't hit the wall, it hits your face.
Or it hits the wall and bounces back in your face.
Yes.
Yeah, feces is a lot like water. It doesn't discriminate, and it'll bounce off anything and run in virtually any direction.
It will.
Gray water, brown water, rainwater, or groundwater. It's everywhere. But water isn't the only thing that wants to get into your house.
Uh-oh.
So, if we do find a snake, are you catching it?
That's good. No. Did you find one?
No. But getting over in this corner got me a little antsy.
Are corners typically the more exciting place in terms of where the action is?
Yeah, yes, sir.
I bet you sleep well at night.
Yeah, my wife tells me, you must have worked hard today because you're snoring.
It takes a special kind of guy to work in a crawl space. Ovi is a special kind of guy.
Groundworks has helped me grow tremendously in my professional and my personal life. Every step, either forward or backward, it's just felt like a building block or like a Lego piece, if you will.
Well, everybody I've talked to here describes a kind of it's like a ladder, and they're rungs.
Yeah.
And the fact that you can climb pretty quick to a six-figure job, that's amazing.
It's amazing. Yes, it is. The growth that you can have in this industry, and especially in this company, if you have good work ethic, is astronomical.
Just be clear, what good work ethic looks like is this.
When it comes to work ethic, nobody wants a lecture or a sermon. I get that. But when you see work ethic rewarded and encouraged the way it is at Groundworks, you start to understand what this company is all about. It's about people who do the work. And that's a foundation you can build on. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Groundworks Companies to go below with Rowe.